5 gallons of water in the pot, bring it up to a boil, slowly add your corn. Add some amylase. Now I'm gonna dump this into my barrel. Put 5 more gallons of water in your pot and bring it up to a boil again. I'm gonna put about 40 pounds of dextrose, which is just a fancy way of saying corn sugar. We'll put about 40 pounds in there, stir it up real good. All right, I dumped all my corn sugar into my barrel on top of my corn. I'm just gonna let it sit until it cools down. Now that it's cooled down, I'm gonna add some glucoamylase. Now I'm gonna fill it full of water. All right, I'm adding some yeast. I'm gonna stir it up real good. I'm put a lid on it. Wait a couple weeks. So you ready to run? I'm gonna move it from this barrel into this barrel. I'm gonna clean it up. Let's take this, use this pond pump, pump it up here in the pot. She's running. I dumped out 2 quarts of heads, dumped it out. It's trash. So far, I got 1 gallon. That's my 5th quart. We'll come back to you. I'll come back to you in a minute. Taste test it, see how she tastes once we're done running. Once I'm done running. All right, so normally on most corn runs, I'd run 2 gallons and I'd check it, check the proof, and it's usually under 100, which means you get 2 gallons and then I run 2 gallons of tails. But on this corn, I've ran 2 gallons so far, and she's coming out 130 proof still. That's wild, because I didn't bump it with nothing. I didn't bump nothing in. I've just put a little bit of mash in my thumper, just a tiny bit. So I've only had one other corn really do this, and that's Amanda Palmer. Amanda Palmer ran the same way, but every other corn I've ever ran, single corns, other than Amanda Palmer, after 2 gallons of a 20-gallon mash, the proof's under 100 or around 100. But right now, that shit's at 130, so I'm gonna keep running her. I'll come back to you and let you know how many jars we get before it hits 100. The 100 proof is when I cut to tails. I'm gonna taste these last jars, make sure there ain't no tailsy flavors, but I'll come back to you in a minute. All right, so that run was a super producer, man. Reminded me of running Amanda Palmer. So I got 11 quarts. I could have got a 12th quart, but I wanted to cut it, call it tails. But I got almost 3 gallons out of that run. And before it was still over 100 at the 11th. It was about 105 still after this one. And I was like, I'm just gonna cut it to tails. I ran 2 gallons of tails out of it, and that was the run. Started coming out 150 proof. It was 130 around the 2nd gallon. So it was still 130 proof right here. And then I pulled these last 3 quarts out of it. Crazy. Reminded me of running Amanda Palmer. Amanda Palmer's the only other corn I ran that was like that. Normally I get 8 quarts. It's 100 proof. I'm calling her quits. But let's try it out. Let's see what's up. It's really good corn liquor. It's great. Now it's a mix between Ohio Blue and Jimmy Red. I get a lot of the sweetness from the Ohio Blue. But as far as flavor, I get a little more of the Jimmy Red. Next year, it'd be totally different. Now, that's how it works. It takes at least 2 years to get you a good blend of corn. This was the first year. We saved the best ears of corn so we could replant next year. And next year, it'll probably look a little different. It'll probably taste a little different. But right now, this is excellent. I am not disappointed whatsoever. I love this. And the reason why I had my farmer take those two and breed them together is because those are my 2 favorite corns. I love Ohio Blue and I love Jimmy Red, and I couldn't be happier with the flavor of this. This tastes great. If you haven't tried this yet, PhilBillyMoonshine.com. Order you some. Next year's crop, if you wanted to grow some of this, I would give it to you for almost nothing, because I want to get this corn out there in the world. But this is the first year crop, so I wouldn't recommend planting any of it because it's not finished. It won't be finished till next year. And by next year, I mean about January. That's when you're going to get a good corn crop out of Ohio. And it's grown right here, right here by me. It's Ohio Blue mixed with Jimmy Red. This shit is great. If you haven't tried it, if you like corn liquor, get you some while I still got some. I've got about 1,000 pounds of it. So, and once it's gone till about January, and then it'll be a totally different. It might have a little bit different of a taste next year. Hopefully, it'll be even better. But I couldn't expect anything to be better than that. This liquor tastes great. That's all I got for today. If you got any questions, give me a holler. See y'all later.